Maybe that'll be better. There it goes. Wi-Fi was on the Wi-Fi here. It's actually horrible. It's better off just use the network. Does it show we're even live?
I don't know.
You may got nobody watching it.
I'm trying to figure this all out. There we go.
Too late or they don't like you anymore. One of the two. Or maybe both. Maybe both. I don't think they like you.
Hey. Quit horsing around.
Stop. They were laying down quiet as a mouse. We go live and they just go crazy.
I have to act like complete goofballs.
Can't take you anywhere, can I?
She just said, no.
Daisy, how you doing? Diana, how you doing?
Says
Kathy?
hi.
3 Chevy, how you doing? How you doing, Scott? Bunch of y'all on here.
Hey.
Look at these two.
Completely mellow, and we hit the like button and they go crazy. Janet Griffin says hi. Daisy Dex says hi, G's. Whoa, it's going fast. Oregon Pitbull said good evening, G's. Italian Princess says hi, G's. And G-Force family.
3 Chevy says, how was dinner? Dinner was good.
Amazing.
If I don't say so, or do say so myself.
D says, hey, G's and G-Force family here with you from Illinois. Hey, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's
Stop.
enough. That's how people feel about that.
Misty wants to know how you like your RV.
I really like it. The pups like it too. But everywhere I walk, and this is not as big as the house, Moose thinks he needs to be right under my feet. If I go take a shower, his nose is under the door and his paws too, waiting for me to get out.
Donald, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Donald.
Here, let me go grab a drink real quick.
Harvey says, Trucker G and Mrs. G, love you guys. Love you too, hon. Patricia says, hey, from Oregon. Southern Gal says, good evening, G's. Miz says, hello, G's.
Leave them alone.
Daisy Duck says, hey, camper looks nice. Thank you. We've been, day by day, we've been doing a little more organizing and more of moving our belongings in to make it more home, our home. So it's a process, and it's working out great.
Oh.
Cindy Hume says hello. Joshua says, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. G. How was your day? It's really good.
Good day. Hey, I told you to stop.
G.
They don't listen. They're worse than kids.
They're like 2 little 2-year-olds running around. Sam says, hi, G's. I'm the cook in the house, too, G.
Right on. I'm trying to read them up here. They're just going way too
Mary
fast for me.
says, hello from West Virginia. Love you guys. Love you guys. Mark Perez says, good evening, G's. Hello from SoCal.
How you doing? How you doing?
Lexit in the house.
Lexit's in the house.
What? Vanessa, good
T,
evening from Oklahoma.
enough. Lay down.
Just
Yes,
playing,
you.
Dad. Okay, just playing. Mamas. Leave him alone. Some brats.
Naomi said, what's for dinner, G? We went to Harder House and got these little fillets. They were like, what, $7?
I think
$5, $7, something like that. And we had green beans with cabbage and bacon and andouille sausage. It was good.
It's
It was really good.
D says, sure you'll love it. Just need to readjust to it. Same as for the pups. Glad your dinner was good.
Stop.
Oh,
I got the look.
TT just shot G the look. Hey, that's enough. You guys are fixing to go in the garage.
Lay down now. Down.
Well, last night I went and did laundry, and G drove over there to go pick me up. And when we got back, I said, he goes, I bet you thought I would be sleeping by the time we were done. I said, yeah, I did. He goes, I did. I dozed off.
Dozed off.
And TT jumped up in my lap, and she was laying down, and she fell asleep too. When I woke up, she was still sleeping in my lap.
Yes, she was too.
She was so sleepy. Heidi says, I lived in a 36-foot fifth wheel with 3 large slide outs, 393 square feet for 7 years. A lot of storage, more than that is in our mobile home.
Awesome. Yeah, I think this is what, 39 foot.
I don't know.
So pretty close to the same.
Mama Bear says, you keeping an eye on the ports in California. The longshoremen didn't cross the picket line today, I seen.
No, I haven't kept up with it.
Daisy Duck says they are kids.
Like I said, I don't keep up with it because it's disheartening that we can't all to get together, and people don't want to stand up until it affects them personally. I was talking about the AB5 2 years ago, but they didn't want to listen to it. But now that it's actually here and it's in their laps, now they want to listen to it. You know, we did a slow roll on AB5 about AB5 a year and a half ago. I said 2 years ago, didn't I? It's a year and a half ago.
It's been a while.
Almost 2 years ago, but nobody cared. Six drivers showed up. 6 drivers, but now there's 70,000 that all of a sudden care. I'm glad they care. Don't get me wrong, but you got to start caring before it affects you personally.
Jan says, "Hi, G's, love ya. Sent you a very important message from Saskatchewan."
Saskatoon.
Darn it, Jan. I messed it up. Did you get it? Should I resend it?
You better resend it, sweetheart, because I don't think I got it.
Mike Foley in the house. He says, "Good evening, G's."
Good
and
evening.
G-Force. Good evening. Paul Smith says, "Well, hello, my friends. How are you all doing? Nice looking fifth wheel, and glad you guys finally got your APU on the G ride."
Yeah, that's going to be a lifesaver, I'm telling
Yes,
you.
it is.
And thanks again to APU Center for making it
They're
happen.
awesome.
I made phone call after phone call, and I was having a hard time finding
They're
an
very
APU.
scarce.
There wasn't one to be found.
New.
I called
Nothing.
a couple different places, and they were telling me they were booked out to October. Went over to APU Center, and he started jumping on the horn and making some phone calls, and it didn't seem too promising when I first talked to him. But he called me the next day. Caden called me the next day and said, "Hey, gee, I found you one."
Yeah.
I said, "When can you get it done?" He goes, "Let's get it done." What is today? Thursday? Wednesday.
Wednesday.
He said Wednesday, and got us right in.
RV says, "The puppies are having some fun." Sharon says, "Good evening, G's. I would have loved some supper you cooked up. Looked delicious.
It
Love
was
you
very
guys."
good.
It was very good.
Hit the spot.
It was actually our first home cooked meal
Yeah,
in the new home
with company.
with company. It was awesome. Douglas said, "Good evening, G's. How are you all? Loving the new camper and the new truck to pull it with."
I tell you what, I like it. I kind of like it a lot. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot, a lot.
We're so used to living in the truck, it seems like, and this has got the shower and the sinks and the stoves. And
It's got the perks that the truck doesn't.
yeah, exactly.
With
And a garage.
and a garage. Tammy says, "Yummy." Berdine says, hey, from Southeast South Dakota. I'm so
Hey,
glad
hey.
you guys are live.
How you doing,
Hey,
sweetheart?
honey.
It's good talking to you today.
Melissa says, "Are they getting in trouble?" The pups are always getting in trouble. Angela says, "Hello, G's from Hannibal, Missouri." Well, hello. Hey.
Joshua wants to know what an APU is. An APU is an auxiliary power unit, is what it stands for. And basically, what it is, that little box has a 2-cylinder diesel engine in it,
Sweet.
and it runs AC and heat without having to idle your truck. With these new trucks, they run that DEF system and the emission system, particulate filters. And idling a truck is the worst thing you can do on a truck nowadays. It'll put you in the shop more than you ever want to go into a shop. So it keeps you from having to go to the shop so often because of that. And not only that, hey,
That's it. Y'all are going in the garage.
it's enough. Not only that, with the price of diesel the way it is, $5.29, $5.30, $6 a gallon, depending on where you're at. The truck uses 1 gallon per hour to idle, at least 1 gallon per hour to idle. Where that APU will use probably about a gallon and a half, maybe 2 gallons in a 10-hour period. So you're saving in a 10-hour period, you're saving like 8-9 gallons of fuel. Hopefully that answered your question. It heats and cools the truck. Pretty cutting real short, cut and dry.
Good boy. To your corners.
Thank you. Time out.
TT look like what? I'm not putting you back there because then you guys will just be back there roaming around, bouncing off the walls. Michelle Smith says, if you do not want to stay in chat, please message me. I'm very worried. Honey, I missed a bunch of comments.
I missed what you said, sweetheart.
RV says, you guys look so happy.
Now, what you worried about? I mean, I'm an open book. You ask me a question, I'm going to answer it.
Let's see if I can go back and see. Please help me and my trucker husband. Do I need to remove my funds out of Chase? Getting scared.
What are you scared about? You scared about funds being locked down? I mean,
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Diana wants to know, can you park the G-Ride here? No, actually, we parked the G-Ride right across the interstate, probably, it's a quarter mile down the road at Bob's Parking in Stratford, Missouri.
Here, you can go on timeout.
Charles, yeah, I did hear about the DEF shortage. I've yet to see it. Affect me though. Patricia says, "Love your new trailer. Thank you.
Thank you."
This is the life. My parents did this for 26 years and loved it." Denise said.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, Michelle Smith says, "Losing all your money." I think that's what she was talking.
Losing all our money.
Sweetheart, if you're really that concerned about losing all your money, yeah, I would pull it out.
Yeah, because she said also all our savings is in Chase.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really that concerned about it, yeah, pull it out. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, or an economist, so I really can't tell you one way or another. I know if I was that concerned, I would pull it out.
Definitely.
I'd pull it out.
Mike Foley said,
and yes, I have my pants on, so he asked.
Mike Foley said, I started a new job on Monday. Well, congratulations, Mike. Denise says, this is the last. Okay, you read that. Sorry, guys. Courtney says, guys, my chat is all wonky.
Daisy says, message to you, need to put some color in there now. Right now at the place. Nora says we need to put some color in here.
Nora says,
I got Mr. G.
They are going in timeout. Yes, they are going in timeout. They're being brats. Colby says, whose authority do you run under?
Company called Woof. WOOF. Let's see. Krista says, please hit the like. 169 on the chat and only 64 likes. Please help the G's. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, we got 171 on YouTube and 400 and so on Facebook. So yeah, hit that like button, guys. That'll help the algorithm, and it might make it to where you get notifications.
Douglas says,
I don't know how that works, to be honest with you.
What year is your Dodge Ram and toy hauler? I love it. It's nice.
2019 and 2019. Michelle
Brandon says, I love how the G-Force family greet each other every whenever the G's go live.
It's turned into a big family, and we love it. We love it.
Oh, that rolled on me. Linda Jackson says, cool, you still have the G-Ride? Yes.
Somebody said, did you give up on Rumble? I could not figure Rumble out for the life of me.
It is eluding us, guys.
Kevin said, how did the auction go? I kind of took a bloodbath on the auction on the personal property stuff.
But I believe everything happens for a reason, and the house wasn't meant to sell that day. So, now we just wait.
Some things sold for more than what I thought, but most things sold for a whole lot less than I thought.
Becky says, good evening from Ohio. Good evening. Patricia says, evening, y'all.
Linda, happy birthday, sweetheart.
Happy birthday, Linda.
It's 68 today.
Oh, okay.
Don't look a day over 39.
Birthday. Michelle says, oh, I know, but they've been pulling some shenanigans too. Like, we lost a card sometimes. We can't get money out. They won't send us another card. I'm sorry, we really don't have many people that we know.
Yeah, like I said, if you're concerned, pull it.
Yeah, pull it.
with a lot of companies, especially with direct deposit, you have to have a bank account. But if I was that concerned, what I'd do is I'd keep a minimum in there, let your direct deposit go through, and just pull it, and just keep that minimum in there just to keep the account going, so you have a place for your direct deposit to go if that's your
Excuse
case.
me, guys. Ed says, any plans to get on Twitch? You two would be a hit over there.
I don't know much about Twitch, to be honest with you. I've never even tried to get on Twitch.
Michelle, okay, I read
Work
that.
on that, honey.
Bonnie says, GeForce family strong. That's right.
So he said, Twitch, I just joined over there. Seems like a decent live streaming place.
I know
Katie said.
there's several other streamers that also stream on Twitch, and they seem pretty pleased with it. Michelle says, LOL, I told him the only way I'm going to get back in the truck is if he gets the super truck. LOL. But he says you can't get this super truck in small places. LOL. Yeah.
Someone wants to know when you're going back out on the road with the G ride. We got to finish up doing this house thing. I still got a few more days of cleaning. We've got it figured out. As hot as it's been, we've only been able to get so much done. So tomorrow we'll be there. Saturday we'll be at the house. Sunday we have that lunch
event in Jeff City.
the event in Jeff City that we're planning on going to. And then Monday we have a national gathering with our motorcycle club, our charity club.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be honest with you, I need some kind of outlet,
downtime,
an outlet. Need some wind therapy. So we're going to go to the national gathering, whether I can afford to or not. We're going to go
and be there with our brothers and sisters.
And then we're going to come back here, drop the trailer back off again, jump into the G ride,
and do it
hit it hard. Hit it hard.
So then, who knows when we'll be home after that? Jerry
Hello from Amarillo, Texas. Love the new trailer. I told my trucker hubby we probably need to downsize as well. We got our house and 20 acres up for sale as well. Selling our precious horses. It's tough getting rid of everything that you know and love. So I'm not going to kid you. It was tough.
But the thing is, I had an emotional breakdown today. G didn't tell on me, but I will.
Sheila Hernandez says, September. Yes, sister. I know September. We're just talking. We haven't hit August yet, sis.
No, it's because I said you'll never know when we'll be home next.
Oh,
we will
be
home in September,
yes.
sis. It's just, like I was saying, I had a little break today. Leaving the house again. I think the last time we leave, it will be that clean break and no looking back.
Jude, we have the camper on a month-to-month basis here. That's a lot.
Italian Princess says, Black Wolf is hoping you guys make it to Jeff City. I told him you don't make promises.
No, I'm not going to promise, but that is on our agenda,
yes.
and it is on our plans. Whether we do it or not is a different story. I mean, if something comes up between now and then of course I'm not going to make it. But right now it's what we have planned.
1968 Alaskan says, LOL, wind therapy. Love it.
Yes, we
gotta
need it.
get some wind therapy. RV says, Mrs. G, less for you to clean there. And it is, because I did supper dishes like lickety split. Jerry Wright says, I like Twitch. It is better to talk to other people in the chat. Well, let's check it out.
I don't think that appointment's going to get held up in August because we got to get back to work.
That's okay. I can reschedule.
He was reminding me.
I can reschedule. Randy84 said, Sup, G?
Berdine, you're exactly right. She said, did y'all get to the post office? Get a post
No,
office.
I was telling
we need to have it forwarded.
That we need to do a change of address tomorrow as well.
But we get mail here.
Yeah.
We actually got a package today here.
Daisy Deck says, Sweet Ride.
I can't remember what the address is here. What is this place called?
There's
Rustic Meadows, Stratford, Missouri.
Yeah, there's two different addresses because one's Rustic Wood and one's Rustic Meadows.
Yes, Rustic Meadows.
Ethan says, can you tell Sasnak hello for me, Mr. G and Mrs. G? How are you? How are you tonight?
I need to give Sasnak a call. Matter of fact, Joe, he texted me earlier. I called him yesterday. He texted me today, was apologizing for not answering my call. I said, no, don't apologize for not answering my call. I was just checking on you. I want to make sure that you're doing all right. You just take care of yourself. Don't worry about answering my calls. But I need to give Sazdak a call.
Bill says, I found out yesterday that next Thursday I'm having rotator cuff surgery on my right shoulder over in Amarillo. We'll be keeping you in our prayers, Bill.
Yes, definitely. No, we didn't get the locking gas caps yet.
Not yet. That's another thing that's on the agenda. Denise says, is the campsite secure so that everything is safe while you are gone?
To be honest with you, I'm not too worried about it. If somebody, my thoughts on theft and stuff, if somebody needs it that bad that they're going to steal it from me, then they probably needed it worse than I did. I mean, maybe it's not the right way to look at things, but it's just the way I look at it. If you need it that bad, you've got to steal it from somebody else. Maybe you need it a whole lot worse than I did.
Todd says,
don't let me catch you doing it though.
Did you get your locking gas caps? RV says, whatever RV park you stay at, it will be a fun place with you guys there.
And Cindy, yes, we got a fifth wheel lock.
I actually went and, like I said, I did laundry last night, and I got to meet some of the people that live here. They're very nice.
Yeah, listen, we did get a fifth wheel lock.
Virgie
and I've got locks for the toy hauler.
Virgie said, Mr. G, how is your dad doing? Well, I hope. He is. He's doing good. He's
Fernando says the G's just read what they want to hear. No, Fernando, I just catch it as it comes.
He's doing really good. We actually got to talk to him on the phone today. He called G, and he's sore, and I actually called back and spoke to the nurse and everything, and they said that he's doing great. He hadn't been given any pain meds at that time, but they were going to do some scans on him and X-rays just to make sure that everything is healing the way it should be.
That's the kind of thing, Fernando. Look at it this way. Okay, you want me to read every single comment on here, but do you want me to reply to the comment? We can just sit here and just read comments, and even if the comment's a question, just go on to the next one and not even answer it. But it takes me time to answer the comment, and then 5, 10, 15, 100 comments go through while I'm actually speaking. How am I going to catch every single one of them?
We got Wizard King in the house.
Wizard King, what's going
Oh
on,
Lord,
buddy?
you are like 1 mile from me. Drive past there, back to my house every day. Welcome, neighbor.
Well, you ought to come see us.
That's right. I forgot. I hadn't seen you out here in a while. That's awesome.
Oh.
Michelle says, I got to go, y'all, but I love y'all.
I just seen one
positive, and y'all
hold on.
my
Fernando don't want us to read
Thank you
comments.
again for your help.
Fernando don't want us to read comments. He wants
love
us
you
to read
too.
his. What happened to the freedom fight? Just want to know. I've answered that probably 100,000 times already, Fernando.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you're barking up the wrong tree with that tonight because it's G's After Dark.
Yes.
So, have a blessed evening.
Renee says, do you have a washer and dryer in the RV? We decided not to put one in there because
they're little,
such a
and
small
they don't
capacity.
Do much. From what we've researched and been told, it would be better off if we just did laundry at the community
and just get it all done in
laundromat
one
and stuff,
pop.
and just
But we do have hookups for it if we decide to.
Yes, we do.
Mama Bear said we got another Michelle in the house again tonight.
Shucks.
Ain't gonna affect me tonight. It's not gonna affect me tonight, guys.
Shar says, hi, Mr. and Mrs. G. Love you guys. Just wanted you guys to know my friend's baby passed away last Thursday. I'm so sorry,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart.
We'll be praying for the baby's family.
Matt says After Dark pants and shirts optional.
Lane's optional, poles in the back room, that type of stuff.
You just do your own thing.
You just have fun with it.
Vicky says no BS. It's After Dark.
Karen says, good evening, G. So glad G's dad is doing well. Oops. Continue prayers for all.
Kind of a funny story about that.
Yeah,
Dad
I was trying to tell it, but you weren't paying attention.
I'm sorry.
So
Fernando got in my head.
hit you in the head, but
I let Fernando get in my head.
Tell the funny story about Dad.
Fernando says, thank you, I supported you guys. Fernando, it's no big deal. I deal with this stuff all the time. But anyways, let's go back to the funny story about Dad. Dad calls me on his phone, and so I know he's doing good if he's making the phone calls. And I've told you all, Dad can't read or write, so he just has my phone number memorized. And so he calls me up, and it says Dad's phone. So I'm excited. Hey, Dad, he's calling. He's calling. And I'm talking to him, and he's telling me, I've got money at the house. Wait, Kobe's got the money. I said, Dad, what money? He goes, well, I want it divided up between you and the kids. I said, Dad, you ain't going nowhere. You keep your money. Which Dad ain't got a whole lot of money, but to him, it's a lot, and it meant a lot to him. He was worried about it.
He was.
And so I said, Dad, you're not going nowhere. You're doing good. And so he tells me, what did he say? He said, that nurse just came in here, and they've got this envelope right here, and it's got dope in there. I'm not doing no dope. I don't want none of their drugs.
I don't do drugs.
I don't do their drugs. And he was mad because something about some drugs in an envelope. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, Dad, I'll see what I can't find out. And he goes, then this other nurse came in here, and she said that I was on dope, and they're calling the cops. They're calling the cops because I'm on dope. I said, Dad, let me call the hospital, and let me talk to the nurse, and I'll find out what's going on.
His nurse was awesome.
Don't worry about it. Let me make the phone call, and then I'll call you back. So I called the nurse up, and Richard was his nurse, and he said, and I was telling Richard, I know he's a handful, buddy. I said he's concerned about.
That's good though.
He's concerned. I said first thing I asked him, I said, how much medication is he on? Well, he hasn't taken any medication. We haven't had him on any medication today. So it wasn't the medication that was talking. I don't know exactly what it was.
I'm not real sure, but he was very adamant that the cops were being called. He's being accused of doing dope, and there was dope in an envelope next to his bed. So I asked him. I said, okay, well, he's concerned about some nurse that says he's on dope, and the police are called. He goes, I don't know nothing about that. I said, well, if you have any trouble with him, just tell him, Baby Jerry, just that you spoke to me, and that's what he calls me, Baby Jerry. And he goes, I'll do that. And so I called Dad up, and I said, Dad, I spoke to your nurse Richard, and he assured me. He goes, well, he's in on it too. Yeah,
they're all in on it. So there's a big conspiracy going on in the hospital against Dad.
He's so silly.
I guess you had to be there.
But the thing is, what it tells me is that he's getting back to his old self. He's getting back to
his old self.
So that is amazing news.
Robin says, any takers on the house?
Lot of interest. So
haven't got an offer yet.
Very promising. We're just, taking it day by day, trying not to get discouraged, and what will be will be.
And how old's Dad? Dad was born in 45, so 45, you do the math. Renee say, poor guy, he's confused. I don't know if that's just kind of my dad, to be honest with you. It's actually kind of normal. Grandpa was like that too.
Yeah, they used to call your grandpa Hank the Crank. And if I did my math and my adding right, he said that.
Cindy says, Jesus, my eyes got worse. My eyes get worse too.
Yeah. Michelle says, and thank you again for noticing me. Not many people do. Y'all are awesome. Keep on staying positive and sending the love. It works. We notice all of you guys. You guys are our family. And if we don't read a comment,
what's 77? 77. Oh, 77 years old.
Dad's age. He was born in 45. Stuff like that happens, so that I miss comments.
I had a blonde moment.
Interacting.
And if you're blonde, don't take no offense.
Everyone say 77. Sue says, LOL, Dad, don't get the handcuffs out. John says, well, I gotta go and get her to freaking get dressed and ready to head out. All right, hon.
Sheila says, that's the Johnson. You gotta love him. That's the Johnson in him. You gotta love him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You would have laughed. You'd have laughed your butt off, Sheila.
So now I got to call him up and assure him that everything's going to be just fine. Everything's going to be fine. And Dad actually listens to me. I can actually calm him down a little, to an extent. When he gets too riled up, ain't nobody calming him down.
No one's calming him down. Michelle says, sounds like he has a UTI. Very common, especially with having a calf.
Not pretty sure it's just him.
Yeah, because...
But we definitely will have him checked.
We'll talk to the nurse about it.
What got you into trucking? What got me into trucking is a baby came along, and a laborer's wages wasn't going to cut it. And from there, it was just kind of history. I guess that's the best way to answer it. Mrs. G came along.
I got him into trucking.
And
me and Laylee.
she was pregnant, and I don't know whose kid it was, but
whatever, because she looks just like you, you butthead. Sherry Beavis says, Mrs. G, can you please read my comment, please? Sorry, Sherry. Let me see if I can scroll back to it.
Michelle says, I'm blonde and definitely don't take offense. I have blonde days. Having a blonde life. Yeah, Mom was she was a blonde, and actually my sister Sheila on here, she's a blonde too, and they were both airheads. They had their moments.
They did.
And Sheila still has their moments.
Sherry Beeman says, hello, glad to see you guys. I needed to hear your laughter. Was a hard, sad day. Love you guys. We love you too.
Fernanda says,
we're praying for you, honey.
If someone in the stream say they are fighting for freedom, I support and believe, but what's done is done. Water under the bridge. I guess I don't know how to respond to that, Fernando. I don't understand. I don't know how you want me to respond to it. I think I've done exactly what I can do.
Sherry, we're praying for you guys, honey, and I know you're going through it very,
Sheila
very
says,
rough
"Kiss my
time.
A." You know it's true, sis. Don't even try to. You just own it, sister. You do it so well.
Michelle says, oh, before I go, I have to ask, Mrs. G, do you cook in the truck? Only reason I ask is when I first met him, asked me if I could cook. I cook 3 square meals a day as he's driving, LOL. I made that mistake. Actually, G,
I cook.
G loves
for
to
the
cook,
most part.
and I can cook, but he loves it, so.
Who taught you how to cook?
You and your mama.
My mama's a very good cook. My sister's a very good cook. When we go to her house, I make sure she cooks for me.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to go out to eat? No, I want you to cook for me. I don't want to go out to eat.
It's always, what are you going to cook me?
What are you going to cook me?
Mook says, I remember when I was having my health problems and my gallbladder removed, Grandpa Jerry kept calling you to give me tips on after having the gallbladder removed and then trying to help figure out what was causing the bleed. Yes.
Yes.
Bobby says, easy on the blondes there, G.
Easy now, easy.
Doug Mary says, was thinking of you two, and here you are. Awesome news about your dad. Love and hugs. Thank you, guys. And thank you so much for the prayers for him.
Barbara says, wish you could find my 2 previous comments. I think you have a way to stop smoke detector while cooking is in the previous. I think if I would open that vent up and put that fan on, that probably would have helped a lot.
So if that was your recommendation, we appreciate it because we noticed it after. Well,
yeah,
we knew it was there, but it didn't compute with our brains.
My brother came over and we were talking. He goes, "You got a vent over there?" I said, "Yeah," and it would have helped if I'd have opened it and turned that fan on while it's cooking. Donna says, "Gee, need to see your sexy face, please."
Eric's not in the house, so Pam's not getting lucky.
I don't think I did it right.
James Gray said, I wish I would have known that you were selling, y'all. I would have bought it before I bought our new home. G family, take care. G family, love you all. Take care. Love you too.
Robin said they didn't give up on America. They have lives to live.
James, I forgot you guys that you and Aaron just bought a new house. And Scooter Puppy.
Oh, yeah.
Craig says, a blonde is in a rowboat in a cornfield and a blonde stops and said, you give blondes a bad name. If I knew how to swim, I'd come out there.
Someone said, can you slow the chat down a little bit on YouTube? I forgot about that. I don't think you've been doing that lately, have you?
I have not. Oh, I did something though. See what happens when I try to do things. Let's see.
Katie said I made the old man take her fire alarm out.
Well, remember we were talking about the carbon monoxide detector?
Kept going off every time I cooked, and it got hot in the camper. How y'all like the camper? Yeah, it's pretty nice. If you run across my post, shoot, just scroll by me. If you run across my post, I would like to have your opinion on it. Wesley Davis said.
Let's Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know if she can go back that far, Wesley. You might have to repost it or send me a private message.
It's,
Either or.
I'm trying, guys, to slow down the YouTube chat.
Thank you, Terry. She said it's nice to see us more relaxed.
Okay, there we go. I think I got it. Whoops.
Lisa said, "Are your fur baby sleeping?" No, Miss G put one in timeout, so the other one's sleeping now.
No, I put the one in timeout, and then the other one decided she was going to go to the window and talk to him. So I put them both in timeout.
Oh, they're both back
They're both in timeout. Because TT was on this side of the door, staring through the glass, just staring at Mooch.
Cindy, no, we're not in Hartville right now. We're in Stratford.
Bobby says, Mr. G, you're going to have to become a quick reader.
I need to get quicker, don't I?
Gail says, after dark, off with the bra, triple digits, and no air. 02 Houston Texan says, this is the exact problem with Americans. We don't stand up and stand tall like Canadian people.
We're just so divided, and I don't know. I mean, I can pray that the division is going to end, but it's seeming pretty hopeless. Everybody's got a reason not to like each other, not to hate each other, not to stand up with each other. I don't like you because you're red, you're brown. I don't like you because you're white. I don't like you because you pray, because you're a Baptist. I don't like you because you're a Catholic. I don't like you just because I don't like you. When you can put your differences aside and just stand up for what's right and what's wrong. Pretty simple. Life is so simple, but we make it so hard.
Complicated. Sherry says, when my mom was in the hospital, she had lots of medical problems, but she's seen all kinds of things. She had a stuffed rabbit that peed on her. LOL.
AZ Chick says, it's after dark. Stop with the freedom questions already. You know me, guys. I'm gonna answer just whatever you guys want me to answer. You guys want to have fun, we'll have fun. If you guys want to get serious, we'll get serious. I'm good either way.
Okay, you read that one. Now I'm gonna switch over here.
Krista says we have to find things to agree on instead of how far apart we can get on something else. Pretty simple. Life is so simple.
Mary said, my grandson, he is awesome cook. He loves baking too. Yesterday he did all the barbecuing. We had a great supper with family from Manitoba. It's been so long to be with family again. That sounds awesome. It sounds like he has a really, a deep passion for the culinary arts, which is great.
Jude finally got to go to the Iowa 80. Didn't realize how big it was.
Iowa 80's cool. I like it. G don't like it when I go in there though. Krista says we have to. Okay, you read that.
James says, I love everyone. Hopefully someday we will love one another. I love you, James. You know that, brother.
Mama Bear Sally says time to come together. 1968 Alaskan says serious.
Mandy, happy birthday, sweetheart.
Okay, cow tipping in Missouri.
Today's Mandy's birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Mandy.
She says she just wants to have fun. I'm with you, Mandy.
Robin says, well, I am tired. Good night, Mr. and Mrs. G. Good night, sweetheart.
Robin, I'm sitting back here and I read that wrong. I read, well, I'm tired of Mr. and Mrs. G. Get you some sleep. It sounds like Robin, I need some too.
Some rest. Don't listen to him.
Jesse says, I like that butt on your arm. It needs a little more definition.
It does.
She's kind of flat. I like going up to the little kids. They see my arm and they say, look, he's got a butt on his arm. And I say, do you want to rub my butt? And that sounds really bad, doesn't it?
Yes.
Who did I tell that to?
I don't remember.
It was one of our family members.
Yeah. I'm trying to get that comment.
And now after I said it, I'm regretting saying it. I'm thinking, oh no, I didn't just say that, did I? That sounds really bad.
Yes. I'm trying to read Sue McGee's.
Fernanda says,
and it's not letting
thanks,
me.
chat, for hearing me out. I just believe in the G's. No, I understand, Fernando. We're all frustrated.
Everybody
We all get
is.
frustrated throughout times, and I don't hold a grudge against anybody. I try not to. But I'm human too, though, guys.
Patricia,
Nora says, have the grandbaby stayed in the RV yet? No, not yet. We've been running back and forth and running so much. And I need to get them over here.
Squishy has been in it. He claimed his seat.
No,
already.
they meant have they stayed. I think it meant stayed the night.
No, they haven't. P's been able to see it, and Yoda, he has not. He's over with his dad.
Frank Gross says, I'm not frustrated about nothing.
About nothing.
About nothing.
Ah. Okay, there we go. I think it's Debbie says Mr. G Sumagi wants to use your strip pole in the back.
Right on. Have at it.
Brenda says I don't like people who are not nice people. Period.
I try to understand people because so many people. I think everybody's got a nice side to them. A lot of people like to just hide it because they've been jaded so much in life, and I like to try to see through that. So some people are just asses. I mean, no better way to put it. Some people are just asses. But usually I try to find the hurt in people. Usually people's problem is they've been hurt so many times that their defense mechanisms up, and they're just jaded in life, and they need their faith in humanity to be restored. I mean, I've been there. I know that's how I was. I'm not saying everybody's that way. Fernando, I mean, I understand you. Fernando, there we go. Fernando says, just frustrated. I live in California with that AB5 law. And Fernando, I talked about AB5 a year and a half ago. I actually shut down for a week over AB5, and I don't live in California. But what my biggest concern is everything that happens in California ends up getting shoved down our throats federally. And look what's happening now. AB5's passed. They're trying to pass the PRO Act, which is basically AB5 on steroids to go national. But I shut down a year and a half ago, and only 6 trucks showed up to the slow roll. We put it here in Joplin. Nobody showed any kind of concern. Oh, it's not going to happen in my lifetime. All that will never pass. And that's what we do as truck drivers all the time. Not going to happen in my lifetime. Look at autonomous. Not going to happen in my lifetime. Look at AB5. Oh, it'll never happen. And then all of a sudden this stuff happens right before our eyes, and then we care. We've got to start caring before it affects us personally. And I don't know how many times I've got to say it and how many times I'll keep saying it. We got to stand up before it affects us personally. We need to stand up for the people that it's affecting now. Look at the mandates, for instance. Did it affect me as a truck driver? Absolutely not. But it affected our military. It affected our nurses. And so many people were saying, what do you carry? There's no mandate. Tell that to our nurses. Well, I'm not a nurse. You did. I don't care because I'm not a nurse. Tell that to our military. Well, that's what they signed up for. No, that's not what they signed up for.
Candy said, I will be starting my trucking career at the end of August. Talking to 3 companies, just haven't made my decision yet.
That's great. Speak to some more and find out what it is in trucking you're looking for and what's going to suit you best. Don't take advice from anybody that's going to give you blank advice, especially on YouTube or Facebook. I see that happen. I don't know how many times people say, "Oh, go with this company. They're a great company," but they don't know nothing about you. They're just telling you to go to that company. They don't know what you're looking for in trucking. They don't know where you live. But they're going to tell you that's a good company for you. No, you got to do what's best for you. So try as many of those companies out. See which ones hit your boxes. Checks your boxes. Find out what's most important on your list. And you're probably not going to find one that has everything you want. But find out which ones check the most important. Mm-hmm. Best advice I can give you. And if you need any more advice as your career progresses, you know how to get a hold of me. Shoot me a message on Facebook. I'll call you if I have to, because I can't give you blank advice without knowing something about you and what you're looking for. And anybody else that does are not doing you any justice. More than likely to try to get a recruiting bonus.
Let's see. Where'd it go?
Suzanne says, mandate's still in New York. My son can't go on college campus. And I scrolled. Yeah, there's all kinds. I was just using that as an example.
Berdine says, y'all need to tilt the camera to the left a little.
Oh.
Brandon Johnson says, amen,
Which would be
Mr.
my right.
G. Thanks for standing with us. Gail said, last night we went to a local park and handed out popsicles. So we received and opened up some wonderful conversations.
That's awesome.
A popsicle, bringing hope and joy, a smile, and some laughter with a popsicle. So simple.
It's amazing how easily you can put a smile on somebody else's faces. It don't even have to be a popsicle. It could be something as simple as, good morning, how you doing?
Exactly.
I mean,
a smile.
just a smile. Just a simple smile.
It's just
I mean, look when
gesture.
we were in D.C., look how many people I said hello to, how you doing? How you doing? And how
Everybody
many people
remembers that.
And how many people just looked away and were dumbfounded that somebody was even speaking to them.
They didn't even look away. They just act like you were they could completely see through you, like you were not even there.
But did it stop me?
No, it
No.
didn't.
They made my day. I was having fun. Wizard King says, what's going on in Jeff City? They're having a picnic up there, a Patriot picnic. And I'm not sure what else is going on up there. I'm just going to go up there and show our support. See what we can do to help. If you want to roll, let me know.
Berdine says, thank y'all, that worked.
And that was to our right, Berdine.
But it's her left.
Actually, it was to the left.
Sharon says, my daughter was an intensive care nurse for 13 years. Lost her job because she refused the vaccine.
A lot of our first responders in the fire department did also.
Mary said, smiles are catchy. They are too. You never know what someone's going through.
Black Wolf says I'll be there in Jeff City. Yeah, we're gonna do our best, brother. I mean, I just don't make promises, but it's on our agenda and it's up there.
Diane says, right, just a smile will lighten someone's day.
Italian Princess says lots of people are gonna be in Jeff City. Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna definitely try. Gonna take the bike if we go.
Judith says they just went back to an indoor mask mandate for the city of Los Angeles, and San Diego Unified School District went back to a mask mandate too. TP for Freedom says, saw my G
Sunday
baby
was the king.
last weekend for first time in months. Turn 2. That's happiness.
That's awesome.
How sweet.
Oh, whoa, Karen, that's a long one, sweetheart. We moved from Missouri from Colorado, and when our house finally sold in Colorado, we had a fifth wheel toy hauler to go and pick up the few things we still had there. After loading it started snowing, and we decided to leave and hopefully get ahead of the snow. We had a bottle of champagne to celebrate the sale of the house. When my husband opened it, sprayed everywhere and caused the carbon monoxide detector to go off. We had to leave the door open all night, and it was pretty cold. That's good.
That's a heck of a memory.
You can't buy memories like that.
No. Kenneth says, what is AB5, Mr. G?
Basically, it's going to put a lot of owner-operators out of work. Is what it boils down to. It's going to put a lot of owner-operators out of work in California. And when they have the Pro Act, it's going to basically do the same thing as it's doing to California, but on steroids. But as far as the AB5 goes, look in the loopholes, guys. Those of you that are in California, look into the loopholes. There is loopholes into it.
Blackwell says, on Saturday we're going to slow roll at 11 a.m. in a convoy across Missouri. Frank Griffin says, saw a dude with monkeypox today. Pretty sure he looked like a chimp.
Black Wolf, does that mean I need to take my truck instead of my bike? I was actually looking forward to riding the bike down there. It would have been cheaper on me.
We don't have to be in the truck. It's a slow roll.
No, I don't have to.
Nancy says, Pope coming to Edmonton, Alberta this Sunday. There will be some convoys also happening.
Sherry, yes, it's the area here and going on and off.
Woo.
Linda says at Trucker G, can I mention an Army vet trucker trying to build his YouTube live stream? He lives in Tennessee, and he was talking about putting a barbecue for truckers together soon near Mount Eagle. You just did, Linda. Black Wolf says, any vehicle is welcome, G. Yeah, I think at this point, I think we're going to bring the bike. It's a nice ride up there, to be honest with you, brother.
Sue says, I follow you guys and Ron Clark from Canada. Really enjoy your videos.
Yeah, Ron Clark is good as gold. Him and his wife, Amanda. And that's their name, right? I'm horrible with names, guys. You know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Ron talk. I need to give him a call. I haven't talked to him in a few weeks.
A little bit.
But he's a damn good guy.
TP for Freedom says, geez, is there a rally near you this weekend? I hear it's national. Well, we were informed of the picnic on Sunday. So, and I've heard a lot of people in the past few days in comments say that they're also going to be slow rolls in different states as well.
Good night, Frank. You get you some rest, brother.
Night, Frank. Love ya.
Somebody said they had to pay $372 for a valve in their toilet or something, or a valve for a plumber. Heck, you could have called me. I'm pretty good with plumbing. Oh, Tuesday I called a plumber who charged me $372 just to put a fill valve in my toilet. Heck, you should have hollered at me. I'd have done it for free.
That's crazy. Dawn says, hearing thunder outside. Hope it rains a lot as we need it so much here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, we all need it. We all need it. When I say we all need it, this whole country needs it because farmers are hurting right now with this drought.
Yes. Sandy says, good evening, G's. How are you liking your new home? We're liking it a lot. Getting more settled in. Blackwood said, wish I had one of my bikes in the motorcycle box on my truck instead of the original green hood to the truck.
Yeah. Shelley says, so this was supposed to provide more benefits for truckers? No, it hurt. It hurt a lot of. It hurt a lot of them.
Nikki Wood said, hi from Virginia. I love y'all. Love you too, sweetheart.
O2 Houston, Texas says, yes, any vehicle welcome in DC, but I'm going to get bashed. But it's time to stand up, everyone. Did y'all see the CCD today? The Chinese stand better than us. I can't afford to go to DC. I can afford to go to Jeff City right now, and that's where we're going to make a difference in our states. Tracy, it doesn't seem like DC's listening.
Tracy said, did I catch a glimpse of a Maryland crab flag wrap on your thermos watching from Maryland? No. Oh, on my thermos. That's what. Yes. Oh. It was given to me when we were in Hagerstown.
She forgot about it.
I did forget about it. I thought they were talking about your pants or something. I'm like, and then I realized,
how do you get my pants?
I thought she meant thermals.
Confused with the thermos. These aren't thermals.
Honey hush. There's a crab dancing at the bottom of it.
O2 says we need your truckers to stand you in your vehicles. You need everybody. It has nothing to do with. I said it from the beginning. I'll say it even more. It doesn't matter how many trucks come. It matters how many people come, and it's not happening.
Don says we ate out.
I don't control every trucker. I can only control myself. I don't control everybody. I can only control myself.
Don Wheeler says, we ate out, and my husband and I split a stuffed chicken breast, baked potato, and stuffed mushrooms, and it cost $87.
Woodhound, I think you're right.
Ooh.
Says Americans aren't suffering enough to see what's going on in this country. Until it affects them personally, until they're starving, I don't think anybody's going to stand up until it affects them.
Dr. Pepper Drinker said, I got 5 bottles of Thunder tonight. 1968 Alaskan says, DC is not listening. You're right. Local pressure.
That's where you're going to put that's where your more bang for your buck's going to be, is in your states, locally. I'm telling you. I mean, as much as I support what's going on in DC right now, I really think, and I'm going to say it again, I really think that you can create a whole lot more pressure at a state level.
Diane says, hi, G's from Virginia. Well, hello, hon.
Ed says truckers are not the key, more company than owner operators.
The key is we the people.
Truckers can shut this country down. I'm here to tell you, truckers can shut this country down, but it has to be every truck. It has to be a majority of them or a big percentage of them, and that's the bad thing with truckers. You can't get two truckers to agree on anything, let alone this country to agree on anything. Tony says, how do you support what's going on in D.C.? I speak with Santa. I speak with the people in D.C. I've done everything I can to help them.
Timothy says that same thing Santa has said also. That's the same thing that Santa has said also. Paul Smith says, all right, geez, time to hit the hay. Hope you all have a great night. God bless. Can't wait to meet up on the big road. Oh, can't wait to see you again either. Karen says, G, quit picking on Mrs. G. I know he's a brat, isn't he? Sue says, my husband and I had a big RV parked in the mountains. That was our getaway. We loved it. Had to sell it when he became ill. He's deceased now, and I envy you guys and wish you so much fun and memories like we shared. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yes.
Nancy.
TP for Freedom says, O2 Houston Texans. It's good to believe in the cause, but chill. They gave all and did. I agree, we the people are needed in D.C. and in all states. Yeah, I just don't know what else I can give you guys. I mean, I've done what I can do.
Nancy says, good evening, G's. Well, good evening, Nancy, and thank you for the stars.
And I continue to do what I continue to keep doing what I can do. And thank you for the stars, Nancy.
Stars salute.
Joanna, the pups liking the new home.
They're chilling in the garage, their timeout spot right now. Krista said my pizza order a year ago was 21. Yes, was 21 yesterday. Was 35.
TP for Freedom says, I support all movements that are for freedom. Now, back to fun for a few.
Shelly Baby says, I agree, Mr. G.
RB says,
Cancel.
RB says, do people still recognize you from TPC? A few people do.
Yeah. Lori says, if we don't have truckers, then we don't get product.
Tim says, Asian Maya on YouTube is regularly informative on what's going on in the trucking world.
He is.
Are you guys aware of his channel? Alex is actually a really good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm very aware of his channel. him and Jenna, his wife, yeah, we're good friends.
She's a beauty. And Alex ain't too shabby either.
He's aight.
Debbie says, you still
Michelle
have
says,
the gold
"Blaze."
aura about you. Bless you both. Sue McGee says, let's party. It's after dark.
And Michelle says, boobies. I'm going to read it again, just because I like boobies.
Boobies.
Charlotte says, good evening. Good evening.
Anthony says, hello, G's. Help your home states will go along. It is going to, whoops.
RB, we just answered that question, buddy. It's, every once in a while.
It is going to take us, all of us, standing up and take this country back. Nancy says, hey, G's, have you seen any mannequins lately? No, he has
No,
not.
I haven't.
Has not focused on any mannequins lately. Stella H says, I love Asian Y, stand-up guy. Alex is a pretty awesome guy.
O.T. Houston says, we just need like Canadians. Stella says, I love Asian, my stand-up guy. Yes, you just read that, didn't you?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, O.T. Houston says, we just need like Canada people has done and showed up to keep fighting and not give up. Who gave up? That's what I'd like to know. Who gave up? Where are you at? That's what I would like to know. Where are you at? And where were you from the beginning? And how long? And if you're there now, How long do you plan on staying? Do you plan on staying the next 10 years? The next 15, 20, 100? How long is it going to take for DC to hear the American people? Because they're not hearing them now. They didn't hear them when thousands of people were going across the country. Nobody came out and talked to us. What's it going to take? How much more do you want me to give? You want me to give my life? You want me to give my left arm, my right arm, my right leg? What do you want me to give? What would make you happy?
TPC for Freedom says, you don't owe any explanation. You did what was intended, and now people need to take up where you left off. That was the purpose. Vicky's comment.
Oh, to Houston. Hold on. I still putting money out, honey. Money's ain't going to solve your problems unless you got billions of dollars, because I'm telling you right now, the lobbyists have billions of dollars that they're feeding these politicians. So money isn't going to do it. What, you're telling me that you're going to buy me to be there? I tell you what, if you want to pay 100% of all my bills and my truck payment, heck, I'll go stay up there for the next 3-4 years if you'd like. But you have to pay 100% of my bills and my lost revenue. Then we got a deal. You let me know if you're prepared to do that.
Vicky says, I can't wait till a neighbor is with you during after dark and you auction them off. I don't know if the neighborhood's ready for that yet. Not quite. Oh, cool your jets, pump the brakes. We just moved in.
Tony says, and then you do what? I don't know, Tony. I'm trying to figure out what it is people want from me. And maybe I'm misunderstanding your comment too.
Stu says, party time, stars. Thank you,
Another
Sue,
keyboard
for the stars.
warrior, Mama Bear, Sally said. Lori said, LOL.
Star salute.
Missy said, boobies.
Sharon says, hey guys, tell me about the stars. The stars that, and that's on Facebook, that are given.
Hold on. Mandy says, I think they want your firstborn. I vote we give up Laylee.
Hey,
I vote
that
we
was
do Laylee.
rude. We're not giving up any of my children.
That's your daughter that said that.
I know, she's a brat. That's why. You know, if Bub was watching, he'd be saying the same thing.
He'd be voting right along with her.
No, he'd be saying to give up Mandy, the second-born child.
Missy Davis says AB5 will go nationwide. They're already trying to look up the PRO Act.
And back to, I lost it. Oh, Sharon asked about the stars. The stars, we have them. They were going for the truckers' holidays.
Yes.
And
About a month ago. Oh, go ahead.
And for the truckers' holidays, what we do is on Thanksgiving, we make Thanksgiving supper and we take it to the rest area. And for Christmas, we hand out Christmas stockings at our local truck stops. We drop them on the steps of the trucks. And we also adopt a family. I'm going to smack him right when his
I just heard you say this 100 times.
We adopt a family, if not more. And, you know, we help them have a happier Christmas and what they could usually normally get.
But this year's the truckers' holidays did great,
covered.
And they're covered. And about a month ago, we asked all the viewers, all the followers, all the family members on here. We said that from now on, if anybody wants to give stars, it was going to go towards the APU. We asked what everybody thought, and they thought that was a great idea. So that's what we've been doing for the last month, is putting all the funds for the stars towards the new APU on the truck. So, thank you.
1968, Alaskan says, I want to see the G's fishing in the dark. Won't be happy till I see it.
We've been doing the truckers' holidays for a few years now.
Yeah. And
out of our own pockets.
Yeah, and last truckers' holiday went awesome, you know. Each year that we've done it, it's grown a little bit more. And the first year we did it, they were little stockings, and it was just a little something to brighten the truckers' day. You know, the next morning, them waking up, because we do it on Christmas Eve. So they wake up and they get that little something, and it just, you know, makes them feel like they're not forgotten and they're not alone. And we know they can't be with their family because they're working to provide for their family.
Actually, it makes us feel good to put a smile on their face.
Ed says, well, did you say boobies?
Boobies! Sue wants to know what's an APU again. Or she missed what I said it first.
It's an
auxiliary power
powered
unit. It heats and cools the truck. That's the long and short of it. Without having to idle the truck. Harvey says, "Hope someone will surprise you on the holidays." I'm not sure what you mean, Harvey. A good surprise or bad surprise?
Melissa says, "You guys rock." Fontaine says, "Purse, please. I'm feeling very defeated." We'll keep you in our prayers, Fontaine. I hope, sometimes things aren't as bad as what they seem at the moment.
TP4 Freedom says, at Trucker G, do you offer or not adopt a trucker family for holidays? No need, just wondering. Maybe a suggestion, even for back to school. When it comes to giving for the families and stuff, I don't do it just for truckers, because when it comes to doing it for the families, we do it for the kids. It's not for the trucker himself. The stockings and the Thanksgiving meals, that's for the truckers.
That's focused for the truckers.
Any money left over, usually, like I said, we give it to adopting a whole family. But then last year, we decided to go ahead and donate to Teens to Be Heard, which is a youth outreach program.
A 501c3.
A 501c3 youth outreach. And Christine
Chris did an awesome job.
Yeah, she was able to.
Those kids had an awesome Christmas.
Take the money that I would have just done, like 5 different families, and do it to a multitude.
Bunch. Yes. James says, catfishing, boobs in the moon, like getting it. Sherry Beeman says, at Tony Montana, you're crazy. Trucker G and Mr. G has never asked for anything. They have never asked for money for their bills. You must listen to the trolls.
I guess I didn't hear him.
The G's are beautiful people. I must have missed it.
Yeah, I missed him, Sherry.
Sherry's on it. Melissa B says, love the camper. Love you both. Love you too, sweetheart. And thank you. RB says, surprise you with a Christmas stocking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't need nothing.
The best gift
is smile on people's faces.
Exactly.
Is a gift enough for me.
Yes. Sherry Beeman says, all you trolls go away. Don't be rude to Trucker G and Mrs. G.
I just I'd love to know how bad is somebody's life that they gotta be so negative to others. You call them trolls, call them whatever you want. How bad is your life that you don't trust that somebody else is actually a good person? How bad is your life?
Or how bad have you been hurt?
Yeah. And if you need a friend, holler at me.
Yes. Hey, Glenn Cowie in the house.
What's going on, Glenn?
He said, Mr. and Mrs. G, Trucker G, you should have the generator installed on your new pickup truck and camper for the winter/summertime. Libby says, hey, G's, I'm up too late. Love ya, definitely. Parker says, I wish I had someone who... And then I don't understand the rest, sweetheart.
Brenda says, what's the RV look like with the push-out top? From the inside or the outside? Inside, this is...
Yeah, it's very roomy.
Barely sit there.
See, because that's a pop-out, and then this right here where we're sitting too is a pop-out, and then part of our bedroom is a pop-out. But with them closed...
It's sucked in. You ain't walking nowhere.
You can't get from the garage to the
KDI has the RV has a generator.
Excuse me. Kevin says skinny dipping in the cement pond.
Parker says, sorry, I wasn't finished.
No, I get it, Parker.
I missed it.
You're fine, honey.
Oh, with the comment?
Yeah. Brenda says, okay, you read that one. Katie says, does that RV not have a generator? I thought they were standard with RVs.
No, they're not standard with all RVs.
But ours does have a
But this one does have one.
TP for Freedom says, prayer for the love needers.
It said, how do your children feel about your new home?
They love it.
They actually like it.
They're pretty excited because we kind of sat down and we make decisions as a family. But we sat down with the kids, and even though they're adults now, and we were talking to them.
I'll ask them for their advice. Whether I take their advice or not is a totally different subject.
But we sat down with them and we kind of went over the benefits of it for all of us. Because if we're on home time and we want to go to the lake or something and it's pretty and stuff, the kids can come up to the lake and they can stay in the RV with us, with the grandboys.
Yeah, there's things we can do as family.
Yeah. Melissa says, beautiful RV. Thank you. Katie says, oh, okay. When the other guy said you need to get a generator, I was like, what? LOL. Polly says, been praying for Grandpa G, Little G, and the rest of your brood. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. City says, it's after dark, people. Let's be happy.
Answered. Every prayer is answered, guys. Every prayer is answered. Sometimes the answer is no.
No.
Kind of want to get beard ornaments for your stocking. TV for Freedom said.
You know, one time on the Trucker G page, I think it was like maybe the second Christmas after you starting the page, people were wanting to have G decorate his beard with Christmas lights and ornaments and stuff
That's
like that.
just too far for me.
And he wasn't going for it.
Yeah.
But they tried really, really hard.
I do have a little bit of dignity.
Laura says, much love and thanks from South Carolina. Much love to you.
It's kind of hard to look.
It's
kind of hard to look tough when you got light bulbs in your beard.
And as a matter of fact, speaking of G's beard, our niece Sydney, when she was little, she would braid his beard and everything like that. And we actually seen Sydney the other day when we were at Walmart, and oh my goodness,
she's like that tall.
She's a beautiful, tall young woman now. It's been a little while since we've seen her. Brenda says, I had the privilege of meeting
What's going
you
on,
in
Dan?
Hagerstown.
What's going on, Dan Doris?
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan, I need to pick your ear about that building you're building, man. I'm kind of thinking about doing the same thing. We need to get together and talk sometime.
Berdine says, God doesn't give you what you want. He gives you what you need.
Yes.
Amen to that. Julie says, so happy for you. Thank you.
Linda says G already has tinsel in his beard. Looks cool, too.
He does. He's got some sparkles. Where'd it go? Dan Doris says, how's the camping life?
Yeah, so far so good, man.
So good. AZ's says, we love the G's, and if you're hating on the G's, you're gonna deal with the wrath of the G-Force family.
It's okay, guys.
James Brent says, bikes, boobs, bass, and the bees.
Boobies.
Linda says, G already had... Okay, you read that. Let's see. Sherry Beeman says, are you guys at the house or RV park? We're at the RV park.
What time of night is it?
I have no... This does not tell me the right time. That says it's 8:59. And then this is 10:59.
Guys, I think we're going to call it a night. We got to get up early in the morning.
We got stuff to do tomorrow.
I'd like to have everything else done in the next 2 days. I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
We have to have stuff done in the next 2 days.
It has to be.
That is the deadline. The next 2 days, it's got to be done. And we've pretty much pushed through the majority of it, so we're about 75% of the way there. We got to push for that other 25%.
It's the time is what it is. It's not pushing through. It's just having the time to do the things.
It's the time.
Because everything's so far away.
And not to mention, it's been so hot outside. You know, the kids have
been a killer.
A great help. And by the end of the week last week, they were completely exhausted, you know, helping us get everything around. And we were completely exhausted. And then now it's a new week, and it's almost already over.
Yeah, next G's After Dark, I'm going to try to keep it
Okay, disclaimer.
fun, guys.
Everyone pretty much knows G's After Dark is to decompress and to be lighthearted and to be silly and, you know, push the limits. No serious talk on the next one. Love you
she
guys.
Has spoken.
I have spoken. The hammer has been
easy now, easy.
dropped.
Guys.
Love you guys.
Yes, post office and locking fuel caps.
Yes.
Love you guys.
I know there's something else too. Bye. To the right.
To the right. To the right. To the left. To the left. Now how's it go? I forgot the rest of it.
I don't know.
Now dip.
Dip. Dip.
Okay, easy now.
I haven't heard
Oh, you're a
myself.
dork. Oh.